More complete information about the condition that Shukla was capable of imparting. If whatever the information was conveyed by Shukla, he wanted to get more information about that matter or about that problem. So he went to this area and he accordingly sent a telegram to Professor J.B. Kriplani of the Arts College in Muzaffarpur, whom he had seen at Tagore's Shanti Niketan school. Please underline these names and to which places these persons are related for the objective questions. So Rajkumar Shukla was also along with Mahatma Gandhi, and Mahatma Gandhi sent a telegram to Professor J.B. Kriplani. Who was J.B. Kriplani? Professor in the Arts College in Muzaffarpur, and whom Mahatma Gandhi had met at Tagore's Shanti Niketan school. And the train arrived at midnight 15th April 1970. कहाँ पहुँचे वो ट्रेन से? Muzaffarpur. Note down this date and the name of the place. At midnight they reached to this place, and the Professor Kriplani was waiting at the station with a large body of students. He was there to welcome Mahatma Gandhi with large number of students. Gandhi stayed there for 2 days in the home of Professor Malkani. Underline another name, but he stayed at the house of Professor Malkani. Who was Professor Malkani? A teacher in the government school. He was a teacher in the government school. It was an extraordinary thing in those days, Gandhi commented, for a government professor to harbor a man like me. Me here refers to Gandhiji, because the speech is given to you in the inverted commas. क्या कह रहे हैं? It was very extraordinary thing. What was extraordinary thing in those days? To give shelter to these people who were helping or who were the advocates or who were showing sympathy for the advocates of the Home Rule League movement, especially for the Indians. कि अगर इंडियंस कोई ऐसे एडवोकेट्स थे या वो किसी ऐसी मूवमेंट के अंदर हेल्प कर रहे थे, तो उन लोगों को शेल्टर देना गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉयज के लिए फॉरबिडन था, उनको मना किया हुआ था, अदरवाइज दे कैन लूज देयर जॉब्स. तो इसलिए उनको फियर था इस चीज का. बट इवन देन this Professor Malkani was so courageous that he gave shelter to Mahatma Gandhi. So you must know this point, what was extraordinary in those days. It was an extraordinary in those days, Gandhi commented, for a government professor to harbor a man like me. Harbor means to give shelter to such a man like Mahatma Gandhi. In smaller localities, the Indians were afraid to show sympathy for the advocates of home rule. Those people or the advocates who were working for this movement, to show sympathy to them, it was not allowed, especially to the government employees. So they were having fear. The news of Gandhi's advent means the arrival of Mahatma Gandhi, of the nature of his mission spread quickly through Muzaffarpur and to Champaran. Okay, this news spread in the district of Champaran and Muzaffarpur that Mahatma Gandhi had come, and what was his mission. What was the purpose of his coming? Though the people did not know anything about Mahatma Gandhi, महात्मा गांधी को नहीं जानते थे, उनको सिर्फ इतना पता था कि कोई संत महात्मा है जो कि उनकी हेल्प के लिए वहां पर पहुंचा है. And sharecroppers from Champaran began arriving on foot and by conveyance to see their champion. Champion means their supporters, their helper who had come there. Muzaffarpur lawyers called on Gandhi to brief him. They frequently represented peasant groups in court, and they told him about their cases and reported the size of their fee. So in this way, the people or the sharecroppers from all over the area of Muzaffarpur and Champaran district, they started coming to Mahatma Gandhi, and then the lawyers from Muzaffarpur also came to Mahatma Gandhi, and to brief him means to give the sum up of the problem. Okay, what was the problem, what was the matter? The lawyers also explained the matter, and they knew all these things because they were frequently taking their cases in the court. Whose cases? Sharecroppers or the farmers' cases were being taken to the courts by these lawyers. So they knew everything. They also told in brief to Mahatma Gandhi everything. They told him about their cases and reported the size of their fee. That means what was the problem, what were the cases which were being taken by them to the courts, and what fee they were charging from these poor sharecroppers or the peasants. They told everything to Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi chided the lawyers for collecting big fee from the sharecroppers. Chided here means rebuke, scolded, criticize नहीं rebuke करना और scolded करना. Criticize is something else. कि उनको इस चीज के लिए डांटा और डपटा कि आप अपने ही इंडियंस फार्मर हैं और अपने ही इंडियंस लॉयर्स हैं और उनके केसेस को आप कोर्ट में ले जा रहे हो, which is useful because at that time all the peasants and the farmers they were full of fear. उनके माइंड में ब्रिटिशर्स का फियर था, उनकी थ्रेटनिंग थी, जिस वजह से जो भी उनको समझ आता था, जैसे ब्रिटिशर्स उनको कहते थे लैंडलॉर्ड्स, दे वर वर्किंग अकॉर्डिंगली एंड दैट वाज नॉट द ट्रुथ. रियलिटी जो थी वो सामने नहीं आ रही थी. इट वाज अंडर प्रेशर और अंडर फियर दैट दे वर गिविंग ऑल द फैक्ट्स एंड these cases were taken to the courts. So Mahatma Gandhi rebuked them for charging big fee from the sharecroppers. He said, I have come to the conclusion that we should stop going to law courts. Taking such cases to the courts does little good. Does little good means negative sense में दिया जा रहा है, ना तो अ लगा है ना द लगा है. You might have read these determiners कि a little है तो हम positive sense लेते हैं, but here no article is used. It means the negative sense is given. It is of no good, means where the peasants are so crushed and fear stricken because all the peasants were very much exploited and they were fear stricken, they were full of fear, and the law courts are useful. So in that matter, when the person who is representing and the person who is putting the case is not out of fear, is not free from the feeling of fear, he cannot give the truth or the true statement. So in this way Mahatma Gandhi told them that to take these cases in the court is useless, it is of no use. And what conclusion he made from this? That the real relief for them is to be free from fear. So this was the first step which Mahatma Gandhi wanted to do in that Champaran district, that the peasants should be made free from the feeling of fear. कि सबसे पहले उनके मन से डर की भावना जो है वो बाहर निकाली जाए, so that they can tell the reality and the truth. Most of the arable land in the Champaran district was divided into large estates owned by Englishmen and worked by Indian tenants. Now note down what was the real problem at that time, for which Rajkumar Shukla came to meet Mahatma Gandhi and he wanted to get some solution for that. What was the real problem? That most of the arable land means the land which was fit for cultivation, कि जो जमीन खेती के लिए अच्छी थी, उपजाऊ थी, वो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा ज़मीन जो थी that was divided into large estates, बहुत बड़े बड़े estates में उनको divide किया हुआ था, and English people were the owners. They were only the land owners and worked by the Indian tenants. लेकिन उस पर काम करने वाले कौन थे? Indian farmers थे. Owners जो थे वो English लोग थे, लेकिन काम करने वाले Indian farmers थे. And the chief commercial crop was indigo. Commercial means from the business point of view. जो main crop उस time produce की जाती थी, that was indigo. The landlords compelled all tenants to plant 3/20th or 15% of their holdings with indigo and surrender the entire indigo harvest as rent. और क्या कंडीशन दी गई थी उनको? जितने भी लैंडलॉर्ड्स थे उन्होंने टेनेंट्स को ये कंडीशन दी हुई थी, they were compelled to plant 3/20th or the 15% of their holding. It was compulsion for them कि 15% जो ज़मीन है उसके ऊपर वो इंडिगो क्रॉप भी पैदा करेंगे and that would be surrendered, the entire crop would be surrendered as rent. पूरा का पूरा जो है वो rent as rent वो इंग्लिश ब्रिटिशर्स को दे देंगे. This was done by long-term contract. And this condition was given for a long time. It was a contract for a long time, कि उसका कोई टाइम पीरियड नहीं था कि ये 2 साल के लिए या 3 साल के लिए. It was a long term contract and the Indian peasants and the farmers were doing accordingly as the condition was given by the Britishers. Presently the landlords learned that Germany had developed synthetic indigo. लेकिन जल्दी ही, presently means जल्दी ये बात जो थी, कुछ फार्मर्स को ये पता चल गया कि जो जर्मनी है उन्होंने सिंथेटिक इंडिगो, दैट मींस आर्टिफिशियल इंडिगो प्रोड्यूस करना शुरू कर दिया. इट वाज नॉट नेचुरल दैट वाज प्रोड्यूस्ड इन द फील्ड्स, खेतों में नहीं था, दैट वाज आर्टिफिशियल इंडिगो. एंड दे thereupon obtained agreement from the sharecroppers to pay them compensation for being released from the 15% arrangement. So they came to know that now their profit will be less and they did not want to produce that crop now. लेकिन डायरेक्टली उन्होंने इंडियन फार्मर्स को ये बात नहीं कही, इनडायरेक्ट वे उनको क्या कहा कि हम आपको इस लॉन्ग टर्म कॉन्ट्रैक्ट से फ्री कर देंगे इफ यू पे सम कंपेंसेशन, ताकि उनको पैसे के मामले में पीजेंट्स को और ज्यादा एक्सप्लॉइट किया जा सके। कंपेंसेशन मींस कुछ मुआवजा, कुछ पैसा उनको कहा कि डिपॉजिट करवाएंगे उनके पास, एंड दे विल बी फ्री फ्रॉम दिस लॉन्ग टर्म कंडीशन। The sharecropping arrangement was irksome to the peasant. Irksome is very troublesome. कि already they were very much tense and they were feeling very much trouble with this system which was going on, and many signed willingly. So उनको लगा कि अगर इस कंडीशन से या इस टर्म से वो बाहर निकलना चाहते हैं तो कुछ पैसा देकर वो फ्री हो सकते हैं. So they signed this agreement very willingly, and those who resisted engaged lawyers. कुछ ऐसे थे जिन्होंने कि मना कर दिया इस चीज के लिए, and then they had to engage some lawyers. They have to spend the money again for the lawyers, and the landlords hired thugs, and even the British landlords, they called the thugs, that means the criminal people, to threaten the Indian farmers. कि उनको threaten किया गया कि आपको अगर नहीं करोगे तो उसके गलत consequences जो हैं आपके साथ होंगे. Meanwhile, the information about synthetic indigo reached the illiterate peasants who had signed, and they wanted their money back. और धीरे धीरे ये न्यूज़ जो थी वो इंडियन peasants जो कि ऑलरेडी साइन कर चुके थे, because they were illiterate, they did not know anything about all these things, that this artificial indigo can give them harm or it can lessen their profits also. उनको इन चीज़ों के नहीं पता था, and the Britishers were again exploiting them, telling them that they would be free from this condition. And slowly when they came to know about this artificial indigo, they also resisted for that. Those who have already given the compensation, जो साइन कर चुके थे एग्रीमेंट के ऊपर और compensation के लिए पैसे दे चुके थे, उन्होंने भी इस चीज को मना करना शुरू कर दिया. They resisted and they wanted their money back. So this was the situation at what time Mahatma Gandhi reached in the district of Champaran. Now the real situation or the problem is given in these two paragraphs. कि पहली कंडीशन क्या थी कि उनको लॉन्ग टर्म एग्रीमेंट था कि 15% होल्डिंग के ऊपर उन्होंने इंडिगो प्लांट जो है वो क्रॉप देनी है और पूरी की पूरी क्रॉप जो है एज ए रेंट ब्रिटिशर्स को देनी है. लेकिन जैसे ही सिंथेटिक इंडिगो जर्मनी के द्वारा प्रोड्यूस किया गया तो उन्होंने अपने आप को इससे निकालने के लिए इंडियंस को धोखे में रखकर कि उनको गलत ये कंडीशन बता दी कि हम आपको इस लॉन्ग टर्म कॉन्ट्रैक्ट से फ्री कर देंगे इफ यू पे सम कंपेंसेशन. सो सम पीजेंट्स एग्रीड who were uneducated, who did not know the reality, and some resisted. But those who paid the compensation, those who signed, they also came to know the reality after some time, and they also resisted and they wanted their compensation back. And this was the problem for which Mahatma Gandhi was called by Rajkumar Shukla to find some solution of this problem. So at this point, Gandhi arrived in Champaran. He began by trying to get the facts. Please note down the steps how Mahatma Gandhi solved their problem and how the solution was found. The first step he took was he collected all the facts and the details of the problem. First, he visited the secretary of the British Landlords Association. Underline, he met the secretary of the British Landlords Association. The secretary told him that they could give no information to an outsider. Gandhi answered that he was no outsider. He was refused to give any information by the secretary. According to him, he was an outsider. He did not belong to that district, so no information can be given to him. Then Mahatma Gandhi called on to the British official commissioner of the Tirhat division. कि पहले वो secretary को मिले British Landlord Association के. Then he met to the British official commissioner of Tirhat division, in which the Champaran district lay. And the commissioner, Gandhi reports, proceeded to bully me and advised me forthwith to leave Tirhat. Again, he was not treated properly. Again, he was threatened and told to leave that area of Tirhat. Gandhi did not leave. From here, we see the disobedience started when Mahatma Gandhi stopped obeying the orders of the British government. कि पहली बार सेक्रेटरी को मिले, उन्होंने इंफॉर्मेशन देने से मना कर दिया, calling him as outsider. Then he met to the official commissioner. He also did not give any information and told Mahatma Gandhi to leave that area. But Mahatma Gandhi did not leave. Instead, he proceeded to Motihari, the capital of Champaran. The third step he took, he went to Motihari, that was the capital of Champaran district. Several lawyers accompanied him, At the railway station, a vast multitude greeted Gandhiji. A large number of people were there to greet Mahatma Gandhi. He went to a house and using it as headquarters, continued his investigation. He collected more reports. Investigations किए गए, बहुत से लोगों से discussion की गई, उनसे हालात के बारे में जानकारी ली गई. A report came in that a peasant had been maltreated in a nearby village. Gandhi decided to go and see. The next morning, he started out on the back of an elephant. He had not proceeded far when the police superintendent's messenger overtook him and ordered him to return to the town in his carriage. So once again, he was not treated properly. When he got the information that some villager had been ill-treated, he wanted to beat that villager, he wanted to go to that place, but he was not allowed to go and was caught by the superintendent messenger and was ordered to go back to his town where he was staying as keeping it as headquarters. So Mahatma Gandhi complied. Complied means he again did not obey. The messenger drove Gandhi home where he served him with an official notice to quit Champaran. और उनको ऑफिशियल नोटिस जो था वो सर्व किया गया that he should leave this district Champaran immediately. Gandhiji signed that notice and wrote on it that he would disobey the order. He signed the notice, but he told that he would not go back, he would disobey the order. And what was the result of that? In consequence, Gandhi received a summons to appear in court the next day. He got a legal notice. Summon means a legal notice from the court that he should be present in the court next day and he would be treated as illegal. All night, Gandhi remained awake. He telegraphed Rajendra Prasad to come from Bihar with influential friends. He sent instructions to the ashram. He wired a full report to the viceroy. He kept on preparing for going into the court, and for that he telegraphed Rajendra Prasad and other powerful people also. He gave information in the ashram also that he would not be able to come back now for a few days, so they should take care themselves. And then he gave message to the about the full report to the viceroy. Viceroy was a representative of the king at that time who was ruling the British government. Morning found the town of Motihari black with peasants. So this is the main incident from where the disobedience movement was in front of all, and from here Mahatma Gandhi thought that this was the first step towards the freedom struggle movement. When he noticed that all those peasants in black, they had gathered in front of the court. They did not know Gandhi's record in South Africa. They had merely heard that Mahatma, who wanted to help them, was in trouble with the authorities. Their spontaneous demonstration in thousands around the courthouse was the beginning of their liberation from fear of the British. Underline this last line. How they came out of their feeling of fear, and this was the first step which Mahatma Gandhi wanted. That means he was successful in making these peasants and these farmers as brave and courageous persons, bringing out the feeling of fear from their mind when they all gathered there, though they did not know who this person was. वो नहीं जानते थे कि ये आदमी कौन है. They only knew this thing that this man has come just to support them, to help them, and he had a problem with the authorities. This was the only thing which they knew, and they all gathered around the court and they were making demonstrations in thousand numbers around the courthouse, and this was the beginning of their freedom from the feeling of fear. The officials felt powerless without Gandhi's cooperation, and it was very difficult for the British officers to control this crowd. इतने ज़्यादा नंबर में वो किसान लोग जो थे, ये पीजेंट्स जो थे, फार्मर्स जो थे, वो सारे इकट्ठे हो गए कोर्ट हाउस के बाहर और डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन करने लगे कि उनके लिए कंट्रोल करना इनको मुश्किल हो रहा था. So they had to take the help of Mahatma Gandhi. He helped them regulate the crowd. He was polite and friendly. He was giving them concrete proof that their might, please underline this line, this also sometimes converted into questions, that their might here refers to their power, hitherto dreaded, from which the people were dreaded, means they were afraid. मतलब उनकी पावर या उनकी शक्ति, उनकी ताकत जिससे कि लोग पहले डरते थे, and unquestioned, and their power was unquestioned. Nobody was there to question them. अगर उन्होंने जो भी कह दिया, that was accepted by the Indian peasants and the Indian people. They were not questioned. कोई उनसे question नहीं करता था, कोई reasoning नहीं करता था. Could be challenged by Indians. कि now that power can be challenged. This was the first step, and Mahatma Gandhi gave this concrete, this solid proof to the Britishers that this action taken by the peasants and the farmers by collecting around the courthouse, that was the first step which tells that now they are not afraid of their power and they can question and they can reason with them, they can challenge their powers. And this was the first step when the Britishers also got astonished to see the strength of the Indian people. The government was baffled. Baffled means confused. They got confused what to do now, how to tackle this problem. The prosecutor requested the judge to postpone the trial, and just to put an end to this thing, they postponed the trial. The request was made by the prosecutor, that was government's advocate. Apparently, the authorities wish to consult their superiors because they want to consult with their higher authorities what actions should be taken. Gandhiji protested against the delay, but Mahatma Gandhi was not willing for this delay. He wanted that the decision should be taken immediately. He read a statement pleading guilty. He was involved, he told the court, in a conflict of duties. Now note down this paragraph in which Mahatma Gandhi confessed this thing that he had done wrong. He confessed his guilty of disobeying, but why he did it, that was explained. He gave some reasoning for that. कि अगर उसने गलत काम किया है, he is guilty of that. But why he did this? He was involved, he told the court, in a conflict of duties, because he had some duties also for the citizens, for his country. On the one hand, not to set a bad example as a lawbreaker. On the other, to render the humanitarian and national service. He has duties towards two sides. On the one hand, he does not want to set a bad example being a lawbreaker for the Britishers. And on the other side, he had to support on the humanitarian ground and doing service for his nation. Working for his country, he had to work for the people of his own country, help his people, for which he had come. Because the purpose of his coming to that area was specially to help those people, to bring them out of the injustice and the exploitation. He disregarded the order to leave, not for want of respect for lawful authority, but in obedience to the higher law of